my camera did turn off the last time I was here, so you weren't able to see the rest of the offerings. So quickly, saddles and clothes and things, farming equipment, etc. Will not reiterate what you've already seen. There was Alex's pictures of the bike, etc. So this is Dumfries at War, 1888 to 1953. Egypt, to the glory of God in the memory of comrades who died in Egypt, 1888 to 89. 1888 to 1953. In 1869, the Suez Canal opened, providing quicker access from Europe to the east, especially India. 1875, British government bought shares in Suez Canal Company. 1878, Egypt virtually bankrupt and the British and French took financial control of the country. 1882, British conquest of Egypt began, naval bombardment of Alexandria and military occupation. 1888, 2nd Battalion King's Own Scottish Borderers sent to Egypt to reinforce the British garrison due to unrest in neighbouring Sudan. On July the 11th, 1882, the city of Alexandria was bombarded by British warships for 10.5 hours. Much of the city was destroyed by fires caused by explosive shells. This photo shows the devastation following the bombardment. Following this bombardment, the British Army occupied Egypt until 1956, ensuring access to the Suez Canal and maintaining control over North Africa became a major part of British foreign policy, leading to lots of conflict in this area. There's one thing we know that the British are good at, it's inspiring conflict. This is beautiful. Like, I love these thistles and all the details of this. It's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't say, does it, where it is? There we go. Embroidery of King's Own Scottish Borderers crest. A lot of soldiers from Dumfries have served in the KOSB. This regiment was raised in Edinburgh in 1688. Its motto is In Veritate Religionis Confido. I trust in the truth of religion. The regimental insignia features the St Andrew's Cross, the saltire, thistles in Edinburgh Castle. We do not know who made this impressive embroidery or what motivated them to capture the KOSB insignia in this unusual, eye-catching way. And it is gorgeous. It's been done with lots of nails, so it's lots of nails pinned into the board, and then the thread is stretched and it's made to create the picture. Really beautiful. Objects created by prisoners of war. Wondering what this says. Interesting to see what that says. I'll flip it the other way around and see if we can find out. Brought home, so Cecil Riding had brought home with him a belt with a swastika on it and a German U-boat war badge. Lovely. So that's these. Iranian sword. That kind of dress sword. Yeah, officer's dress sword. Good sword. This is good. Very hard to read. Machine Gun Corps Infantry, William Anderson. No, it's that private, something Private William Anderson, Machine Gun Corps Infantry, having previously served during the war in the Royal Royal Sex Regiment, oh, Royal Scots Regiment, it'll be, it's written over all of this red design. KOSB, which was that embroidery we saw just a minute ago. Honourably discharged. It's their evolution. Big wooden bike. I don't know that I trust a wooden bike, but it looks sturdy enough. I did get my stamp.
Did you see the big bellows that was there?
Yes.
Yeah, they'd kill your tatties down.
They would, if I ate such things.
Yes. Into your tatties.
Yeah.
You've all done the camera obscura? Yes, yes. Have you done the camera obscura?
We have?
Yes.
Thank you, love.
I thought it was a servant bell as well, I must admit. Thank you. I was thinking, oh, I thought it was not the servant's bell.
Mrs. Little Chapmanless Triqueer. That looks like a thorn. Or no, a yaw, doesn't it? Mrs. Little Chimanless, it would be if it was a yaw. Triqueer 1884. Free South Church. Has a good blue for this pot here. A grinder. Looks like a coffee grinder. I like the look of that, to be honest. So this is a selection of items related to the servants that would have worked in the bigger houses in Dumfries. Raising powder makes shortbread crisp and short and more easy of digestion. Paisley flour. Can't really see this picture for the reflections. This mariner sailor guy the best. Oh, look at these wee faces. They're cracking. So maybe this doll had changeable heads. To do with the railway, I think these look like railway lamps, carbide lamps. Pieces of calcium carbide were placed in the bottom chamber and water from the top dripped onto them. This made acetylene gas, which was lit to produce a bright white flame. The Powell and Hammer Zephyr front oil lamp. I've heard of the Zephyr. early 1900s. Napoleon Hanmer Demon King rear oil lamp, early 1900s. Demon King lamp, that'd be good. It's a good name for a lamp, isn't it? Especially one that works in that kind of way. Smokeless cycle burning oil. Oh, for a lamp for your bike. Right, okay. So you could have a torch on the front of your bike. Okay. These carvings are amazing. I don't know how much detail you're picking up on the camera, but these might have been from above fireplaces, lintels. One has 1658 on it. These usually had coats of arms and dates of creation and things on it. Sometimes they memorialised maybe the union of two families. Looks like rationing. Packing of respirator. Duchess of Buccleuch's Comforts Fund. This book contains patterns for socks and gloves that people at home could knit for troops fighting abroad. It's a really good idea. Oh, signalmen's cards. Semaphore simplified. And the Recognition Handbook of British Aircraft by the Air Ministry. Another really old clock. Doesn't have a year on it that I can see. Doesn't have a maker either on the dial. Toys and more doll's house objects like we saw in the old bridge house in the part 1 of our Dumfries outing. These dolls aren't nearly so creepy. Ancient Egypt. It's interesting that they'd have items from ancient Egypt. So, the richer folks would have unwrapping parties. There's a mummified lizard by the look of it. They would have unwrapping parties. So they would have a mummy, basically just delivered to the house. They would acquire a mummy, and these little trinkets and things would be wrapped in with the bindings on the mummy, and they would unwrap them to see what goodies the mummy contained and have a look at the mummified corpse, which not only seems a bit macabre these days, but I think there's a lot of issues with owning another country's antiquities. I'm a fan of repatriating all of the foreign memorabilia that our museums have. They say that, oh no, we need them so that we can learn from them. We can learn just as well from pictures, and you can have 3D and 360 views of objects now, so actually owning the items themselves is not necessary these days. What is this? Robertus? Oh, it's all in Latin. Not sure what that is. Burgess caskets. Only a burgess could run a business or carry out trade in the borough. That was the same throughout Scotland. Others, such as servants, labourers and the poor, were regarded as unfree men and did not have the same rights. By the 19th century, however, the title of burgess had become honorary with the same sort of status as freedom of the city. Snuff mills. There's a really beautiful carved horn, wasn't there, in part 2. And we'd seen the looms and the spinning wheel. So we remember these things from our last trip here. Messenger of mortality. Let's see. Or a dialogue between death and a lady. Life and death contrasted, or an essay on woman. Okay. I wonder where that's from. Interested to find out more of that. It says the central image of this print is that of a divided figure. On one side is a lady dressed in the height of 18th century fashion, and on the other side her skeleton is exposed. This is a common artistic motif, sometimes depicted as the dance of death or known as a memento mori. The purpose of this picture is to remind one of the transitory nature of life. The text starts with excerpts from the Bible and Hamlet. Underneath the figure is a conversation between death and the lady. It seems the red paint was added later to the black printed text and image. This broadsheet is a rare survival. It was printed by C. McLachlan in Dumfries. Cuthbert McLachlan had a printing business called the St Michael Press, which was operational from 1791 to 1820. It was based near the mid-steeple in the High Street. Cuthbert's brother Robert was also a printer in the 1780s. His father Alan had been a bookseller in Dumfries, and the family owned a paper mill at Tongland near Kirkcudbright. It is likely this paper was made in that mill. When Cuthbert died, his widow took over the business. There's a bit about it. Okay. Well, I feel like this wee second part of Dumfries Museum has given you a wee final look at the place. It was nice to be able to come back and do that. So I shall see you in the next place. We're back at, that's the Buccleuch Bridge, or the Dervygiller Bridge. It's absolutely lashing it down. I'm absolutely soaking already, and I've just left the car, so I'm hoping this place is open so I can get my stickers. Oh my goodness. Hi. Escaping the rain, you've already met me.
Have you been in before?
I have.
Oh, right.
Like 3 weeks ago or so.
So your hair changed colour since then?
It is more purple now.
Oh, right. I thought I recognised the face, but not the hair.
More purple. I have come back because I believe you have stamps now.
We do. Did you miss it on stamping?
Yes,
Oh.
because it was like the first day. I think we were the first ones that got the Robert Burns Centre stamps.
Come on.
And do you know what? I've come all the way back from Glasgow just to get my.
Oh no, my love.
I have.
Oh, congratulations. is this the final one?
No, Robert Burns' house is going to be the last one. I've got water just pouring into my face.
Would you like a tissue?
Do you know, we did get our stickers.
Yeah, oh, right, you got your stickers.
For all of
your
our-
stamp. Oh, tragic. Would you like a
Oh
tissue?
no,
Sure.
it's all good. Now. All good. We're on our way to the Robert Burns house now, and I'm only just going to get wetter on the way out.
True.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it, darling.
That's all right. Nice to see you.
Take it easy. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Absolutely dreich. Absolutely dreich. Let's go up here and get a view of the bridge, shall we? In the rain. Still pretty, you know, you can't fault it for its views. I do love a good bridge. Right, off to the Robert Burns house. Burns house. Robert Burns and his family moved to this house in 1793 from the wee Vennel, now Bank Street. Did he hurt yourself, Accies?
Cool.
Here he continued to write his songs, and here he died on the 21st of July 1796. Burns House. In this house, the Scottish national poet Robert Burns died on 21st July 1796. After his decease, his wife Jean Armour, Bonnie Jean, continued to reside here until her death in 1834. The mortal remains of the poet and his wife were interred in the kirkyard of St Michael's, situated nearby. We passed that in the motor. We saw it in the camera obscura. In 1851, this house was purchased by the poet's son, Colonel William Nicol Burns, EICS, and placed by him under the care of trustees for its maintenance as far as possible in perpetuity as a memorial to his father. Fair enough. Where's her statue? It'll be nearby. I don't know. Anyway, we're going in. We are not going to smoke in your house. Hello. Hello, how are you? Hey. Can we have a wee look around?
Yes, you're very welcome. Have you been before?
No. We've done the rest of the
you've been around the
walking tour. Yeah. Bit wet.
Yeah, well, at least it's nice and dry in here.
Yeah,
So, welcome to Robert Burns' house. There are 4 main rooms to explore here, and you're welcome to look around whatever order you choose. This would have been the parlour, so this would have been the best room where guests were entertained. And it's in here that we've got the cases with items belonging to Robert Burns himself over there. And then his wife Jean lived there, that's her case. She lived here after Robert Burns' death. She lived here for the rest of her life, raised the family here, so it's very much her house too. And through there we've got...
I have one of these. And it's Meg, isn't it? It's your Tam O'Shanter poem, because you've got Meg escaping at that point.
There's a smaller example on the window there that you can actually have a look at.
Because it starts with them in the pub, and then you've got them fleeing as you kind of go around. So
and the final scene with the bridge and the galloping over. They're fantastic things. They're obviously quite popular collectors' item back in.
I think mine was made in England, and I was quite surprised that it was made so soon after Burns' death. That he'd kind of obviously made his name and
even
become so
when
popular.
He was still alive, he was very well known, and so anything associated with him did become
a legend in his lifetime, kind of thing.
It's quite a collector's item, and you'll see that upstairs as well. There are some things up there that people have obviously collected.
You can have a look at mine, Accies.
They're very tactile as well. Actually, the patterns are really nice. You really do need to sort of pick them up and have a look at them.
It's gorgeous. Mine's a bit cracked and that, but I know.
I wonder how many households had ones like that. They must have been. They must have been quite a popular thing at the time. Because he was really quite a celebrity. So.
Well, aye.
Still is.
He got around.
So through there, so that's the kitchen. That's where that would have been the warmest, busiest room of the house. So where the family could gather and get on with things. Through the back, there's a little cold room as well for storing dairy products and the like. Upstairs, we've got the bedrooms, and there are a couple of little rooms off there. One of them's got the kids' dressing up box in at the moment, but that would have been the maidservant's room. So we had one servant here who was helping them. And then the other room has a small room off with a writing desk, and that would have been Robert Burns' study. So that's where you can get some peace and quiet and actually do his writing. And it's that room that's got the brass plaque on the window marking where he signed his name with a diamond tip stylus, which was apparently something people did in those days.
Yeah, they seem to be quite common. Weirdly, because even your poorest thieves had diamond cutting instruments for windows and things.
Sadly, we don't have the stylus itself. I think that's Aesher.
They've claimed that.
Yeah, they've got that. Things get distributed all over the place after the collections were But we have the example to have a look at there. On the
Do we owe you anything for having a look around?
It's all free, so
I'll stick a wee fiver in your donations.
Yeah, it's all very appreciated.
That's awesome. It's nice to have the old things just to be amongst them anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you get it to the Robert Burns Centre on the other side of the river on the walking trail? Because they've got the other items that's sort of the other half of the collection we don't have room for here.
Do you have the whole looking for Lego figures as well?
No, we've got a similar thing. We've got these little dolls that represent the children who lived here. So
Okay.
There's one just over there. You'll see them around and about the house.
Because I was collecting my stickers for the Lego.
Yeah.
The Lego pieces.
Yeah. I think the museum up on the hill, I think they've got the most. They've got,
Yeah, there's 12. Well, there's
15,
12.
16, I think. They've got.
Really?
They've got lots.
Oh, I have a cookbook like this from the kind of late 18th century. Lots of recipes that I'm not willing to try out.
Yeah. I think it would be fascinating to see what sort of them came out like. I was quite surprised by the curry recipe, actually. I didn't realise that was something that was available. That
was available quite early on in the 18th century. Curry was always quite a kind of common meal in Scotland, which was strange. But then there's correlation between the Gaelic language and Sanskrit, like where it's got quite a lot of Indian influence as well. And obviously tartan is from like the Indian region, and even the bagpipes, the chanter.
Yeah.
So we've obviously had quite a lot of kind of
and Dumfries had trading connections all over the world in those days. Getting the ingredients would be possible.
Yeah. Yeah, being anywhere near a port. I mean, Glasgow was just full of the stuff.
Yeah. So what's now Dock Park, which is just a little park by the riverside, that was actually working docks in those days.
Really?
Yeah, the river was navigable right up to that point. So we were getting.
You'd not think it to look at it now.
No, you really wouldn't. It's hard to imagine it. The river is still tidal right up to the weir, but because it's not drenched anymore, it's not. It was really during the 19th century when the railway arrived. That's when they stopped bothering with watching it all. Yeah.
That's it. Transport just got so much easier.
Yeah.
I bet your Abby liked his tatties.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
She liked tatties.
Doesn't make me a weirdo. I'm finding others the same way.
I'm the same actually. I don't like them, which is an odd thing growing up in Scotland.
It got to the point where I set up a Facebook page, the Can't Eat Potatoes support group. So we could all find each other against these naysayers that think we're abnormal.
I was when I was a child, and I discovered that potatoes weren't actually always grown here. That the story of them being brought over here.
Well, that's what made me kind of curious when you learn about the clearances. You're like, but potatoes were really new at the time. The clearance. Why would they not just go back to what they were eating prior to the potatoes? But it was the land itself that was kind of affected, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the landlords wanted the space for sheep.
They did.
All these
they also
sheep.
Well, the new landlords actually, after the union, all went down to London as well, and so they met a lot of posh new friends, and they wanted to invite the friends back up to their lands.
Yeah.
And who wants to have to put up with peasants while you're shooting your grouse and fishing your salmon, and yeah. We're still seeing it the day we go on tours all over Scotland, and the amount of space there is, like where there's just no houses, no people, and it's not changed a lot.
I think she's planting tatty haters in the places we're visiting.
I'm just happy when I meet one, darling. Like, a banknote. Oh my goodness. So he studied music from and songs from other places as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's something he seems to be very interested in from an early age as well.
Belonged to Burns. Oh, what was this called? This glass was called it was kind of like a shot glass. It was literally,
Yeah.
and it was because you finished drinking it, bang it on the surface, and it sounded like a gunfire. And
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. It might be where the term shot glass actually came from. Maybe, but
I think some of the large engraved ones I think are probably mostly ceremonial, like the one there, whereas the smaller ones are the kind of thing people would have actually
these wee
using.
ones.
Yeah.
And they were really sturdy because again they were banging them on the surface just to make the point they'd finished. This is really good. Like, I'm into all of this. Like, cheers, love.
Is that up there? In the portrait?
Yeah, it would have been Jean Armour. Says you're welcome to handle the objects, but I think I won't. Horn cup. It says horn cup and horn spoon, and the quill look quite delicate. I don't know. I'd want to.
What?
It says you can handle the objects, but a lot of them look quite delicate. I don't know that I'd want to chance it.
Aye.
A butter stamp. Or the girdle.
What?
The girdle. From the fire to bake your bannocks.
Yep. Is it a girdle?
A girdle is the Scottish word for it. But yes, a girdle, as we would call it now. Oh, that looks like a willow pattern plate. Oh, very nice.
They're all over pattern, you know.
I don't know, I've not been over that side of the room, Accies. I love these setups. See, if I could have something like that in my house, I would be absolutely I would never leave the place, honestly. I'd want to try all the different ways of cooking stuff, you know. We had naga at Faz Lane, like a wood burning naga, and that was cracking to use.
Aye.
I made an excellent apple crumble on the Faz Lane naga.
I think I'll write a poem about Matto's gout.
You should have asked for help. You're like my granddad. He was going independent way and ended up losing toes due to a fireplace. And that's to put your egg cups in.
Oh dear.
And aye, these are all willow pattern.
Aye.
This one isn't. Cottage, church, kind of a country scene. Found another doll.
There's a
Maxwell.
statue of Jean Armour up on one of the islands.
Is there?
Aye. Can't remember what island it is though.
We'll be able to look that up. This is a cold room. It is colder in here for sure. Where your butter and milk and things would have been kept. Okay. And this guess that would lift and be able to be held up as a wee kind of side table as you're sitting.
Is this the one? Is this the house I did with all the kids?
Yes. Yeah, 9 of them, 10 of them.
And was it this who they moved to though because there was 9 kids?
They all just stayed here.
Right.
As far as those at the Dumfries Museum were aware.
Aye.
Let's have a wee look. We're the place to ourselves because it's so bogging outside, I think. Burns Mausoleum.
Oh, yeah.
Way to keep him. Tit for tat or the man, the master.
Actually, died in here.
Yes. Yeah, I remember they were talking about his funeral cortege.
Aye, that's right. That was
Burns Centenary Festival.
it.
Big procession for the Burns Centenary Festival. I don't know if you'd get something like that these days. The unveiling of the Robert Burns statue, that you'd have seen that in part 1 of our Dumfries videos, right by the church, the Greyfriars Church on the High Street. Paper knife in ivory and silver belonged to Jean Armour Burns Brown. Letters from him. Minute book of the Burns Club. Snuff marks made from part of the bed on which Robert Burns died. Okay, inscribed, this box is formed from part of the bed in which the poet Burns died and presented by William Irvine to Robert Carson, 1831. I wonder if there were other items. Oh, well, there's another snuff box made from part of the bed. So they must have made a few items out of his bed. Souvenir pocket knife. Box printed with made of wood which grew on the banks of Doon near Alloway Kirk. It's a tiny wee box. Oh my goodness. Made of part of Burns's kist. A kist was a chest. No, Dumfries Burns Club. That's that's the Centenary Festival.
Oh, right.
No, there's a lot of people, huh?
Oh, aye. Uh-huh.
Original key to the Burns Mausoleum too.
There's a statue of him in Melbourne.
Right, okay.
I was saying that, I said, right. My cousin Derek goes, who's that? I said, that's Rabbie Burns.
How would you not recognise? He did not ask who's he.
Aye.
Oh my goodness.
See that song he's all singing at New Year? He wrote it.
This is the house we're in just now.
Eh?
Look, this is a picture of the outside the house we're in just now. Very different at the time.
21st of July.
Mrs. Burns and one of your grandchildren. Yeah, it's what lassie. So tomorrow will be the anniversary of his death. Silhouettes of the family. Look, Accies. That's where we are now.
Well, that one there?
Yeah. Him as a rather young man there. Mind you, he didn't really get to be very old, did he?
He didn't die in that bed though. He died in the bedroom.
Yeah, he died in the bed. The bed's been taken apart and turned into boxes and things according to that other reselection items. There's another book where you can sign.
Yeah.
Next to your right hand side.
What's that?
Inauguration of Robert Burns as Poet Laureate of the Canongate Kilwinning Lodge. For he was a Mason. And there's a coloured picture of the same. The reflections, I'm afraid, I can't do anything about. To the immortal memory and commemoration of the 150th anniversary of the death of the poet, 1796 to 1946. And the Burns Centenary celebration, Lord Rosebery receiving wreaths at Mausoleum. Burns Centenary 1896, loaned by Dumfries Burns Club. How many people are turning out for these things? In memoriam, 21st of July 1796. Didn't even make it into the 19th century. Bicentenary plaque of Robert Burns, sculpted and presented by Colin Hunter McQueen, Glasgow, to John M. Dowson, Assistant Convener, Dumfries and Galloway Council, for display in the Burns House, Dumfries. Is a nice plaque. Well rendered. Oh, got me on camera. Because you can dress up. We shall not dress up. Here we have William Nicol. We've got Maxwell and William Nicol. Another good fireplace. We're not going to sit on the chairs. It says in the interest of safety, don't sit on the chairs. It's like, no, we would not sit on the chairs. Burns Street, Dumfries. So again, that's where we are now. Robert Burns, Sir Walter Scott at Abbotsford, Baronet. Some Burns authorities suspect this portrait to be of Gilbert Burns, the poet's brother. It doesn't look much like the other pictures of Burns we know. We've got letters. Robert Burns, his friend. He was quite poetical in his letter writing as well. Fragment of a document bearing Robert Burns' signature preserved within a glass paperweight. This impression of his seal. Robert Burns in Edinburgh, January 1787. Bedroom in which the poet died. Smells old. This is his wee room. It is a very small room to have as an office. An old man's Loch Maben, used by Robert Burns during visitors to Reverend Andrew Jaffrey. So that must have been imported here from Loch Maben then. Burns' chair from Ellisland, presented by Mrs. Burns to Mary McLaughlin, her servant, on the occasion of her marriage to Andrew Nicholson, shoemaker, Dumfries. It's quite the present. That looks like it's Tam O'Shanter with Meg. On the walls, a painting showing a scene from Burns' epic poem Tam O'Shanter. Depicts Tam leaving the inn on a stormy night. The poet scratched his name on this window with his diamond ring. Don't know if you can see that. Let's have a wee look and see if you can kind of see it a wee bit, I think. Here's a chair with the side bit up, like the other one was down.
Oh dear.
Let us worship God from the cottage Saturday night. That's a Burns poem. Oil painting of Bonnie Jean. To Arthur Champernoun of Dartington, Devon, Esquire, this view of Loch Lomond. 'Tis a fine view of Loch Lomond. To Walter Fox, Esquire of Farnley Hall, Yorkshire, this view of the Abbey Crag. Awfully nice. Beg portrait of Burns from 1789, painted by Alexander Naismith. Now we've got a wee lady doll, Elizabeth Riddell. I'm missing 4 dollies. Box bed. That would have been to keep you warm at night after the fire had died down. Okay, well now I'm on a dolly hunt. So we've got William Nicol, Elizabeth Riddell and Maxwell. There's another one down there. Who's that? James Glencairn. Okay, so we've got the bottom 4. We've just got the top 3. Okay. Downstairs. Especially. Here's a dolly. I didn't notice it for looking at the willow pattern, so that's Betty. We have another 2. We did get him.
It's just at the end of that road there. Well, just before you cross over the big main road, it's just here. We're here, and it's that one there.
Excuse me.
So if you're going over to the mausoleum, you'll pass it on your way to there. And so it's one of only 2 that she has.
So Bawbee's the last. Trying to find Bawbee.
Ah. They're all over. Some of them are quite high up. Some of them are quite
Yeah,
down.
I've been.
They're all around the place.
It was the same with the Legwians. Bawbee. Bawbee's my last doll.
Eh?
Bawbee's my last doll I need to find.
Like Grey Friars, Bawbee?
Bawbee.
Or Robert Burns?
Yeah.
Bawbee.
They're quite tricky to find actually.
He's my last and I'm not letting him go.
I've got the lassie suite that's in here.
Where they all are.
Because there's one that's down on the. But that's James Glencairn.
Yeah, there's one that's really low down. I think they are mostly upstairs. I'm trying to think if there's
Well, was it a wee toy hang like that size?
You know the dolls?
There's one up on the clock there, but that size.
Oh,
they're,
right, okay.
they're all that size.
So that was the first one, Francis Wallace.
Right.
Yeah.
There he is, Bawbee. Hiding up in the corner. He was in the study behind the wee door bit. You come through the door and he's right up, like in behind you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sticker very, very well
Thank you. 2 seconds. I'm going to add it to my passport.
Oh, you've got your passport. Do you want the stamp as well?
Yeah. We came down to Glasgow so that I could finish my passport.
You've got the whole thing finished. Oh.
Yeah, we got the 3 stickers last time, but the stamps were brand new, so people didn't have the stamps yet.
Yeah. Did you get your badge?
No.
Yes, we
There
don't
we
need
go.
those
We've got
kind
the
of badges.
There's a badge when you get them all done.
Oh my goodness.
It's exciting. I've not done one of the
Right.
these ones.
I'm going to have your pen, please.
Yeah.
I did not dress up in old clothes. I did see that, and I did see her cook it.
Just say, I did not dress up in old clothes, but I don't an old bloke with me.
Yeah.
Off that, yeah.
The hats totally count.
Off that, yeah.
You can try out the hats. So it's this one here. Do you want to do it yourself? Or
No, go for it.
There we go. And you get this on the last page.
Oh, the Sanker.
There's that one there. So you've visited. Oh, you've not done
Nope.
Sanker's the bonus one there.
Yeah.
So it's this one here.
Yeah.
So you found all the things. So we get the red standard. I've not done one of these before.
Oh, I'm very excited.
So exciting. There we go. And that one.
Complete.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so
Who's
much.
going to get the Sanker one?
Eh?
Who's going to get the Sanker
It's
one?
the Dumfries Museum. So
The Sanker?
Yeah, mind I was telling you about
Sanker.
it. It was just the one bonus extra. Like, we didn't have to do it today.
Yeah. So
Aye.
it's a bit
Pass-
further away, that one.
Pass, we've been in Sanker.
We have been in Sanker.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of tried to break into the old castle, didn't we? A little bit. It's very hard to get to.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That was a Robert Burns house where I did complete my sticker trail of finding things. That was more frustrating than the other ones had been, to be honest. We have, oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till the seas gang dry. That is very cute. Very cute. We've got Robert Burns at the plough. And we go and let you see this a wee bit more. I don't want to walk across the grass to show you. Beautiful wee Kennan Memorial Garden. Lots of nice wee benches where you can just sit and bide with your lunch maybe. Some hae meat and canna eat, and some would eat that want it, but we hae meat and we can eat, and say the Lord be thanked. That is said as part of the Robert Burns night supper. Tam had yet planted unco right fast by an ingle bleasin. Ingle was like a fireplace, wasn't it? Or a corner. An ingle nook. So Tam had got planted unco right fast by an ingle bleasin. Where Riemann, and then it's cut off. And at his elbow, Suitor Joni, his ancient trusty, and it's come off again. They're good wee paintings. They should be behind glass or plexiglass or something just to to preserve them, I would think, a wee bit more. As you see for today's weather, it's been very Scottish weather-wise today. It's been very warm, clammy, but also freezing with that rain earlier. Look at these old trees. My goodness. Oh, slippy. All these needles are slippy in the rain. Look at these trees on the wall, the roots. Okay. Well, that is our day in Dumfries complete. Part 3 done, the passport is complete with stickers, etc. Our last stamp is going to be the toll booth in Sanker. So we may yet get that a different day. Cheerio!